Ooh, lads, it might be the end for Ben Chilwell at Chelsea. As stated by Fabrizio Romano, there is nothing imminent, but there is a possibility Ben Chilwell could leave, especially if a left-footed defender arrives. Now, considering we're looking at the likes of Calafiori, Murillo, and various other left-backs as well, I think this could be a huge possibility that Ben Chilwell sadly has to depart from Chelsea Football Club. Also, as well as the fact that Marc Cucurella is in the form that he's in, and he suits the inverted fullback role to a T. Ben Chilwell, it's a shame really, because when he first joined, I was looking at him going, you are easily one of the best left backs in the world at the moment. The form he had, he was part of the Champions League winning squad. And then the following seasons, he's just been so unlucky with numerous amounts of injuries, long-term injuries, especially that one in that 21-22 season under Tuchel, where he was seen out after Juventus, he was seen out for the season. It's a shame because there's such a good player in there. He's a good defender. He's great going forward. He contributes to attacks. He gets goals as well for a left back. It is a shame, but as well as his injury record, with Enzo Maresca coming in and playing the inverted fullback role, we're not sure if Chilwell is going to be able to do that. But we know that Cucurella can do it perfectly. We've seen it towards the end of last season, and even for Spain, we're seeing it. How good the form he's been in. He's been one of Spain's best players, in my opinion. It is a shame. In regards to injuries, it's going to be interesting to see next season to see whether or not it was Pochettino's training style or it's just a medical team. Because if we don't have the same amount of injuries as we did last season, then obviously we can blame Pochettino. But if the injuries consist, then we can sit there and go, right, it's our medical team, man. Because the amount of injuries we had last year was ridiculous, and we can't go through another season of that. We had players getting injured after every 2 games. Every game we'd have another 2 players come out injured after 2 coming back. It was a joke. But in regards to Ben Chilwell, if you are going to leave this summer, I do wish you all the best. Obviously, nothing's set in concrete yet. He could still stay. But Ben Chilwell, you've been a great player for us. And I'm going to miss you, man.
I've already said Riccardo Calafiori is a good player, is a good defender. But do I care if he comes to Chelsea or not at this point? I don't really care. Arsenal have presented Riccardo Calafiori with a long-term contract. Transfer fee is going to be 50 million euros. Calafiori is also interested in a move to Arsenal as long as they can agree on terms with Bologna. Chelsea are also interested. So there are 2 clubs that are interested in Riccardo Calafiori, and that's Chelsea and Arsenal. I think he's a good player. He's a defender who mostly plays left back, but also versatile that he can play an inverted fullback role. Very physical, very technical. All around, he's a good player. The choice of where Riccardo Calafiori is going to end up is very straightforward. It's very easy. There's no need to push around. He's ending up at Arsenal. If I'm a player, I'm being presented with 2 options at this moment. Arsenal versus Chelsea. I probably would choose Arsenal as a professional. Arsenal, they're just, on another level and at the moment. And, he gets to also play Champions League football, which is an important element that players would look out for in their next move. So I don't really fault him for making the choice. He hasn't made the choice, but it's evident at this point. Don't get me wrong. Calafiori is a good defender. I already said that already. But do I care if he comes to Chelsea or not? Different. If he comes to Chelsea, it's an added bonus. But if he doesn't, it's also fine. Because that defensive role at Chelsea is already too much. It's already filled up. We have Chilwell, Fofana, Cucurella. Those 3 alone, they're already better than Calafiori in my books. They're way better. So I'm not really bothered. I'm maintaining my steez on this one. If Arsenal want to get him, they can get him. I cannot be feeling threatened or whatever. He's good, but not to the point where I'll be sobbing, I'll be feeling bad. If Arsenal want to get him, you can have him.
Right then, boys, so just like that, as of yesterday, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall became a Chelsea player. And he's the 5th player in 9 seasons to make the swap from Leicester to Chelsea. What can I say? I'm gutted, to be honest, but it was inevitable it was going to happen at some point. Credit to KDH, he stayed. He could have gone last summer. He didn't. He stayed. He said he felt responsible for the relegation, being a Leicester boy, being from Shepshed, and he helped us. Had a cracking campaign. Got something like 12 goals and 14 assists, something like that. I'm not too sure on the stats, but yeah, he had a cracking campaign, got us promoted back to the big time, won the league. Leicester boy, what a legend, got his move with the gaffer Enzo, and hopefully he thrives. But to be honest, it's just the nature of the sale that's pissed me off a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like we had to sell him because we don't want to get further sanctions from poor financial mismanagement at the top of the club from John Rucking. But we won't go into that. We're not here to do that. But yeah, we had to sell him. That basically 30 million along with the 10 million from Enzo in compensation. That basically sorts us out FFP wise in terms of if for the EFL's financial regulations from last season. But yeah, in terms of the last 3 seasons in the Prem, I'm not too sure. We'll probably still get sanctioned on that. We knew that all along, but this keeps in line for the EFL. So we can't get charged by them, which would put us at risk of further sanctions. But yeah, overall, it's annoying, it's disappointing. Would have liked him to stay forever and become a Mark Noble, but it was just never going to happen, was it? It was really unlikely. He's too good a player to be doing that. Mark Noble's not that kind of player, is he? He's loyal, but Dewsbury-Hall's too good for that. And you never know, he might get a start for England, maybe, if he plays a lot. My only worry is he ends up like Danny Drinkwater, obviously left Leicester and basically flopped, never really got an opportunity, played a few games in that first season, but apart from that he went under the bus, and look at him now, he's without a club, and he has been for some time. But that is the thing, is Chelsea have got a lot of midfield players, and it just feels like they've got money to spend, so they're just spending it and buying as many players as they can under Enzo Maresca. Obviously I think KDH has got a much better chance of starting under Maresca than any other manager. He knows him well, he's his player, he was his star last season. I'm pretty sure he's probably our top goal scorer, not too sure again, but yeah, he's one of Enzo's favourite players probably. And yeah, I just hope he doesn't turn out like Drinkwater, because he's too good a player for that. Not too good a player, but you know what I mean, it'd be such a wasted talent. He's got years ahead of him to come. Drinkwater was a few years older when he signed for probably similar, about 26, 27 when he signed for Chelsea. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't waste his career. In other news, Lewis Brunt is left to go to Wrexham. He was at Mansfield out on loan last season. He's not had a lot of opportunity for us. I think he's a quality player. He'll be solid at League One level, and probably quite an ambitious move for him also. He's young, he should work well if he starts. I know Tozer's just left. If he starts under Wrexham, he's got a promising career ahead of him, because they're a club with ambition and money to spend. And the only news we've got on incomings is not as a part of this deal, but separately, Michael Golding coming for Chelsea for about 5 million. I don't think he's a direct replacement personally. I don't think he's quite at that level. He's promising, he's young, he's got a lot of talent, and he's got rave reviews, but I don't think he's quite at that level, to be honest. So we'll have to see. Will Samare get pulled in? Will Samare, you've got who? Hamza Chowdhury, and Didi if he renews, Harry Wing. It's just dependent on the system that Steve Cooper decides to play, but time will tell. Pre-season starts soon. I'm gutted that KDH is gone, but it's not a lot we can do. It goes down in the books as pure profits, so yeah, but pre-season starts soon, football season starts soon. Cheers.